Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Art and Outdoor Life here with John. So I'm using dirty water here. Um, I wanted I wanted to kind of prime the paper instead of using clear water. And this is just off the fly. Um, so I'm sprinkling some more dirty water. I'm using a medium hake brush or hake brush. And basically I'm just putting more water on the paper at this point. These are really fun to do because it doesn't have to be like, that's kind of the purpose of my channel, is not to be perfect, not to be so detailed, just to have fun and enjoy yourself. And so, I grabbed a spoon and I kind of, stuck it in some meatball sauce, right? With a little bit of yellow ochre. And I'm letting it, this is real time, I'm letting it kind of just fade away. I wasn't sure what I was going to do in this painting. And then I grabbed some ultramarine blue with the fan brush and just, sporadically just kind of throwing it here and there. You put on the sauce, you put a little bit of this in there, and this and that. Grabbed me a different brush, a very wide brush. This is 9x12 cold press watercolor paper. It's not cotton. And boom, with one brush, we have a scene, right? That's what makes being spontaneous so exciting. You don't have to draw lines. You don't have to script it out. You don't have to do any of that when you're having fun, So my blue here is ultramarine blue. I'm using yellow ochre. I'm using burnt sienna. I'm also using a burnt umber and a pale yellow in this painting here. And it like I do in a lot of my paintings, I just kind of go through it and I'm like, okay, basically putting in shapes. Okay, and then where are the shapes going to take me to? Well, the shapes could take me to a lot of places, but so can the colors, and they often do. They often do. The colors and the shapes do make me go different ways. So the only idea I had in this painting before I came in here was I wanted to use some greens and some browns with a little bit of red in here. Your basic, your primary colors basically, and then your muted colors and everything else, and then and there's the crimson red. It's so bright, right? I mean, it just kind of like ruins everything, but not really, not really. I think you'll enjoy this. Like in all my paintings, I do my paintings pretty much from imagination. I don't do anything from photo references, not much, and I just have ideas in my mind. In this case, I was just looking at it and I was like, I looked at the paper And I just said, okay, basically I want green, brown, some red, some blue, and some bright yellows. Okay, and I went with it. Went with it. So there's the pale yellow. Now, it's interesting how you can do these. Okay, there with the small hake brush, Ron Ranson Hake brush. Now I'm bringing life to this. It's a little bit more. It's not so dark and desolate. Now it's becoming a little bit more lively, a little bit more active. Just with the yellow alone. Because I know that the yellow mixed with blue becomes green, yellow mixed with red becomes orange, and, you know, so I'm just grabbing it off the paper here. And, you know, in this video here, in this painting here, you know, in watercolor is one of the hardest mediums to paint, you know. But in this here painting, you know, a lot of people talk about trees, and, you know, I have a hard time with trees. So what I did with this painting here was I made the trees push everything out backwards. And I didn't have to use paint to do it, because the paint was already there for me to do it. And I love painting this way sometimes. Look how that yellow glows in there. Now we're putting a little bit of the ravioli on here, right? Just kidding. That's a little bit of gamboge. Just putting it on there. Because, the reason why, and I've been experimenting, is because not every paintbrush will do what you want it to do. And I was just having fun. Now look at between that gamboge color and the yellow, the contrast. Look at that. Anybody could do this. You could do this. You don't have to be a master painter to do this. So with a little bit of a card, something to scrape with, now I'm outlining this. Just having fun. Using my finger to smear the paint to kind of cover the hard edges from that. And then what I'm doing here is I'm also going to create rocks, but now, the special moment. No fan brush needed. No liner brush needed. Using the card, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make some really nice trees that are going to be the focal point of this painting. You see that? Now, in the beginning, when I was looking at this painting, while I was painting it, I'm thinking of landscapes. I'm thinking of shades. I'm thinking of colors. Not necessarily colors, but I'm thinking about all these things. And at the very end, what happens? I didn't need any paint at all. I put a tree in there. And the tree made this painting. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you're doing good. I want to wish you a good day, a good evening, a good morning, wherever you are, and whenever you're watching this. And I hope that, I don't make any money off these videos, these paintings. And please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you for viewing, guys. Sincerely yours, John. Just little taps, and you see how everything makes that tree pop even more.